Getting ahead in consulting is hard. Consulting is one of the most competitive careers, and only the very best will make it. No one in your firm will tell you what I'm going to reveal about getting ahead in consulting. Whilst consulting environments are collaborative on projects, no one ever forgets that you're ultimately all competing for a limited number of promotion slots. Most people won't reveal how to get ahead for two reasons. Firstly, most people aren't ahead, so they don't know how. Secondly, those that are ahead don't want to jeopardize their own success. All of this means that getting ahead in consulting can have an air of mystery, like it's some dark art only known to the select few. I don't agree. There are really only 3 things you need to know to turbocharge your consulting career. In this video, I'm going to reveal them all and explain how you can get ahead of the pack. If you hold on until the end of this video, I'm actually going to give you something for free that you can have in your inbox every week that will help you, and it takes less time than drinking a coffee. So stay tuned for that. Look, this isn't just some theoretical nonsense. What I'm about to show you are the 3 strategies that I used to climb 4 levels in just 4.5 years at Accenture. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get into it. These are the 3 techniques I'm going to show you. Know the game, control your sphere of influence, and be loudly relevant. Let's make a start. Consulting is like chess with a snakes and ladders board underneath. You can apply logic to it, you need to be thinking several moves ahead, and there's a degree of luck that will lift you up or slide you down. But to succeed at any game, you first need to understand the rules. In consulting, these are in the form of the performance criteria. You don't need to guess what's expected of you, and you also don't need to rely on other people to tell you various versions of their truth. Your priority should be to get your hands on your firm's official performance criteria. This is your single source of truth. It is the universal criteria against which everyone in your firm is being measured. No exceptions. You should obtain a copy ideally for all levels, but at a minimum you need your level and the one above. If anyone tells you it doesn't exist, that's only because they haven't found it. I promise you, this document will exist. Keep hunting for it, because it's your holy grail. What should you do once you've got it? I've talked about this in a previous video, but you need to make sure that you're mapping the work that you're doing onto those criteria. Can you honestly prove that the work you're doing on a daily basis is traceable to the performance criteria against which you're being measured? It has to be a binary yes or no. None of this, well, if I sort of look at it that way, then maybe. If it isn't immediately clear, then it's a no. 90% of your day-to-day work, both client and internal, should be traceable to these performance criteria. Because if it doesn't match up, it's busy work that's sucking your time and taking you nowhere. Most consultants fail at the first hurdle. They never bother to find the performance criteria, so they never really understand what's expected of them. Instead, they rely on someone else to tell them. But the other person hasn't read the performance criteria either, so they're guessing too. Before you know it, there's a room full of people chasing their tails. Go and find your firm's performance criteria, and don't stop until that document's in your hands. In this video, I showed you who to network with and how. Now, we're going to take that one step further. Now I'm going to show you how to capitalize on that network. There are 2 types of people you need to help you get ahead. Influencers and the influencers of the influencers. The influencers are the senior people in the room whose opinion ultimately carries the most weight. When we talked about networking with MDs, this is who we were talking about. Everyone gets this one. Everyone knows the importance of having an MD or a partner vouching for you at promotion time, and I already showed you how to do that. What's even more powerful is if you have the multiplier effect. When the people who influence those influencers are also vouching for you. It's also a very effective way of getting senior support, even if you can't get direct access to them. All MDs and senior managers have their trusted advisors. These are their right-hand people whose opinion they really value. They are their eyes and ears. They're typically 1 or 2 levels below them, which makes them much more accessible. Use the networking techniques in this video to help you build a rapport with them, and then just watch the trickle-up effect. You'll find they start saying positive things about the value and quality of your work to the ultimate influencer. So when your name comes up at the promotion panel, there'll be an echo chamber of positivity around your name. Influencing the influencers of the influencers is just as powerful as impressing the MD directly, and it can make a huge difference to your consulting career. This is really two pieces of advice in one. Let's take relevant first. The standout consultants are the ones who are always at the forefront of the latest trends and industry news. They've taken time to properly understand it so they can bring an informed opinion or suggestion about what it might mean for their client or even the firm itself. Most consultants half-bake this. And it's mainly because it's time-consuming to find all the sources of information and read it and digest it properly. I'm not gonna lie, it's a hard skill to master. But once you've nailed it, I promise your consulting career will hit new heights and you'll be seriously in demand. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that if you kept watching, you'd be getting something completely free to help you. Here it is. Consulting Survival. This will be a community and essential toolkit to thrive in your consulting career. However, whilst we're building the platform, we've launched a free weekly newsletter delivered to your inbox every Monday at 7 AM. The Monday download will give you all the key news and headlines and a breakdown of what this means for consulting. The best bit? You can read it in less time than it takes to drink a coffee. All you need to do is then use that info in your firm. There's a link to sign up in the description. What are you waiting for? Okay, this brings us nicely to the loudly part of loudly relevant. Having achievements and valuable insights means nothing if you don't articulate them. Now look, I'm not promoting unfounded boasting. I'm talking about carefully curated personal PR. Think about how you can use your achievement or insight to help others and add value. Here's an example from my Accenture days. I learned design thinking in my own time. I showed my senior manager how it could add value. He let me try it. It added value to the clients and the firm. I turned that into an elevator pitch, which I took to the influencers of the influencers, and suddenly I was running workshops across different accounts, and word spread. Of course I wanted people to know that I had this relevant skill, but I positioned it as how my new skills could help the firm, and then I delivered the proof. Sure, I spoke for myself, but the work also spoke for me. All these people boasting without anything to show for it, they got left behind. Being loud will get you so far, but being loudly relevant will get you to the top. I hope you now feel that getting ahead in consulting is not just some black hole of mystery. You have more control over your consulting career trajectory than you realise. And these three strategies put you firmly in the driving seat. Combine this with always being relevant, courtesy of the Monday download, and you'll soon find that the sky's your limit. I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the Monday download using the link in the description. It's completely free. Maybe subscribe to the channel along the way, and if you like this video, then well, like this video. And I'll see you in the next one.